I have both Skype and Discord open in my phone and also on my PC. But I can't use only the PC because I don't have a camera or neither a mic. So
okay.
Well, so let's see how it goes.
I believe we're live.
Oh, well. Oh, we're live, Gordon. Look alive.
I'm checking the stream.
I have both Skype and Discord open in my phone and also on my PC delay.
Yeah. So, hey guys.
Hey.
And everyone watching, I guess this is MASU-CON. I guess I can introduce us all. We are Machine Supremacy plus 2 people. So we also have Mika, our sound tech, and we have Sean, some sort of community manager, I would guess. He manages our Discord and deals with a lot of stuff that we don't get about social media. So that's the gang, and Gordon is joining us. Hey, man. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so I guess we feel it's been a while since we met with people, and a virtual event seemed kind of a way to do something together with you guys. So yeah, we're doing a whole weekend, and one of the things, of course, is that the band actually has been around for 20 years, which is kind of insane.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Any thoughts on that?
Well, it doesn't feel like 20 years. 20 years is a long time. It's like...
Well, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, apparently. I remember the day when I met Rob and Carl at the time. Midsummer 2000. And that's where it started.
Yes. So I guess we had common mutual friends.
We had mutual friends, yeah.
Who had the idea that we should meet and do stuff.
Yeah, my friend was friends with your girlfriend at the time.
Mm.
And we met at a party and just started talking music.
Yeah. And, well... We actually sat down yesterday and just tried to like what have we done? You know, we've done a couple of things. So is Nicky and Gordon with us now too?
I think so. I've been here all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Trying to get Gordon up to speed.
Okay. Well, it looks good. Gordon's got some snacks and yeah.
Quality. Quality streaming, guys.
This is the content we need.
Gordon eating cheese doodles. What else can you wish for 20 years as a band?
Well, I'm sure it doesn't feel like 20 years for Tommy as well, though.
Yeah, no, of course. We've had some people changes, but definitely arrived at a very solid configuration now, I feel. You know, for the longest time we were, not for the longest time perhaps, but for a while we were just 4 people. And
yeah,
it kind of made sense then. We were like, oh, it's easier to get a cab and, you know, a bunch of stuff that made sense.
Valid reasons.
Yeah, all valid reasons when you try to optimize. Yep. Gordon knows about optimizing tour stuff. But yeah, we ended up with this, and at least this, like, I guess since 2012 it's been this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy that it's been so long with this setup. Like, I remember the days of Thomas and Carl, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Call. You
I
know.
think that Thomas was the best dancing partner of this band.
Go on, there's some stories there.
Yeah.
Well, after parties, you know.
I don't know. I seem to recall Rob being a pretty good dancer, and Nikki as well.
I have no idea.
Well, Nicky's more like dancing by himself on the roof kind of dancer.
That's the best way to dance, baby.
What's this picture you just put up?
Yeah, so unfortunately we have a bit of a delay, but I put a picture of Carl in the this is I'll put it back. But so this is actually, we were in London, and our bass player to the right, I guess he made a friend there, so it's that's why we have that. But yeah, that was a fun trip. I guess like one of the, like at least some of us who've had more than one band, the experience with Machine Supremacy was so weird because of our 4 first shows, 2 of them were abroad. Like usually you start a band, at least when we were young, and you play your local scene for 10 years and then you quit because nothing happens. But in our case, you played 1 gig 1 town away, then a show in the south of Sweden, and then you go to London, and then you go to Helsinki. Oh, it's just kind of...
It was a crazy start.
Yeah.
We did not know what we were doing at all.
Like right from the start, you're like international, pretty much.
You still don't know what you're doing.
Good point, Mika.
Fair enough.
We don't know what we're doing. And I guess to some, at least for me, it was... it didn't really feel like a real band. You know, like we looked up to a lot of real bands, you know, but that didn't seem like something... I know I don't speak for everyone, because I know Nicky always knew he was going to be a rock star, but maybe Tommy too. But I don't know, I guess for me it was kind of like, ooh, making music is fun. And then, you know, suddenly you're in a different country playing to people, and yeah, I was like, what just happened? At least that was my experience.
Yeah, it took quite a long time before I was comfortable with it, to say the least.
I remember, Gordon, you said... Oh, sorry, continue.
No, just the first gig we did in Piteå, Face Front.
Yeah.
That was basically my first gig ever for anything. And we played 4 songs, and the last one was Arcade. And the outro part with the sort of guitar solo before that came on, I was so nervous I had to have a drink. And we got our water in glasses, and I had to pick it up from the stage, and when I lifted it up, it was like shaking. And then my cable got out of my guitar while I was doing that. And I had to fit it in with the same hand, like I just managed to get it in before the outro for Arcade.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it helped with the tremolo though, right?
Yeah, that was it.
But like that was the first gig, and then 4 gigs. After 4 gigs, we were like, I was sleeping on a table in Helsinki after the show, and Gordon said, the first thing the morning after, Gordon said, "Guys, yesterday, did it really happen?"
How long was there between like when you first formed and started writing songs and then doing gigs? Like
yes, we started making songs, like we met at Midsummer 2000, and then we started making songs like late fall, like at the end, more closer to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And started putting it
up.
2002 was
right?
Face. What? Yeah, probably April or something. And so yeah, we made songs, put them online, and I mean that's a whole other story too. We just, like, there were sites like mp3.com and stuff, and but I guess we just kind of put on this this folder online that it was machine.2y.net was like a dynamic URL, because we didn't have a fixed IP, and there were a couple of songs there. you know, that was our website. There was a list of MP3s that you could download. And yeah, I guess at some point because we could check the Apache logs. Like, I guess I was at the university and we had some sort of, you know, free BSD kind of server or something. And, you know, you check it like you do when you're into Unix and stuff. And it's like, hold on, it's been 10,000 downloads of these. Who even knows about this? You know, because we put them there to let our friends hear them and stuff. But I don't know. It kind of took off. And before you know it, you play in London, and yeah, that's where Carl made his friend.
I think we made a sort of a little trailer thing when Redeemer came out, at least underground version.
That's true.
With we had like 5 million downloads. I think that's when we stopped counting from the website.
Yeah, we also changed probably website or something so we couldn't see it the same way. I don't remember, but yeah.
Tommy, the people are asking, are you alive or frozen?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, he is frozen. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. PG language.
He's just being.
Okay,
he's just being so still that he's invisible.
We can hear him at least, which is nice. It's a pretty good still picture, I think. Oh, there you are.
There you are.
I see you again. Kind of made me want to look for that video, the trailer we made, but I gotta put up this really early band photo. This was taken in London, and like if you're watching on YouTube, it's a bit delayed. So I guess the rest of us who are, anyway, it's a very nice picture. So
I'm frozen again.
Oh, it's too bad. I'll share my screen with in the Skype thing, and we can have like a faster reaction to stuff, perhaps. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at those babies.
Nice.
Oh, did it display? Okay, now I see. Oh, it's messed up. Anyway.
You guys are so cute and young. Oh.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, so what else has happened?
Some stuff. We made some Jets and Guns. That was quite early.
Right, when was that?
2003 and 4. We probably were sitting around doing that.
Yeah. How was that?
We
Like,
had some-
I guess they were some of those 10,000 downloads.
Yeah. And they apparently liked what they heard and asked us if we wanted to make some songs for a side-scrolling 2D shooter that they were making. We're like, hell yeah. It looked really cool. And I think they asked for 6 songs or something, 4 level songs and 2 boss tunes, I believe. So obviously we gave them 30 something songs.
Obviously.
Like you do.
That's cool.
That was fun. Just fun making all those songs.
And you kind of wonder how
messing
you
around.
even did it. So we've made 20 songs for Jets and Guns 2 now.
Mhm.
I don't know. It feels like it was easier when we did 30. So maybe we didn't do enough.
Gotta leave some for more sequels.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we got these Germans came in and made what?
My microphone working now? Ah, yes, it is. Yeah, a quick question, just while it's there, from Eric19 Borgenier. He says, what is your favorite song from your first albums, like the virtual ones that are on the site?
You mean the webography or like what?
Yeah, the webography, I guess. What was your favorite one?
Yeah, easy question, really. No. I would have to see what they are.
Yeah, I guess
Who
we
can
are.
remember?
We're
I would say
somewhere at
the
150 songs at this point.
The first songs that we played live were like Fighters from Nin, Origin, and Follower, Arcade, of course. So that was some of the favorites. Yeah.
I think I have a playlist from Assembly. Gonna take a look. So our 4th gig in Helsinki. It has Winter Storm, Fighters, Origin, Arcade, Guyana Sisters, Earthbound, Follower. I guess we played Sidology 3 and Sid Styler 2. But yeah, the first gig was 4 songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
probably
think
Winter Storm, Origin, Follower, and Arcade, I would guess.
we played Fighters on Facefront, I think.
Okay.
But this was fun because, you know, people were yelling for more. And Jonne, I remember you standing on stage like, we should play more. And I was like, we played all this. This is literally all the songs we had. We don't have any other songs. I was like, could we play one again? I was like, and then I showed my guitar and the string was messed up. And but it's just funny because, you know, kind of high on life moment. And it's like, we literally don't have any more songs. Like this was the moment when we had 8 songs.
And then Carl stage dived through the audience.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's amazing. So I've got a question from me, actually. Will Jonna ever play the Sidologies live again? Because they're quite the feat.
No, they're easy.
Really? How do you? I can't even.
Well, I say that, but I don't know.
It just naturally comes to you.
Yeah. No, they are a lot. I agree. But they're still not the most difficult stuff.
Yeah. Jonna actually taught me something. It was kind of fun because this would sound funny to anyone who does not play really fast guitar. He told me about, there was some riff or some lead thing, and he said, this isn't actually that hard, it's just so goddamn fast. So those are 2 different parameters, like hard and fast, that's not the same thing. Like it's not actually hard, it's just very fast. So it's just funny to me.
It's just, I can never tell beforehand if something's going to be difficult to play or not, regardless if it's fast or something. I have big problems playing some solos that are slow and easy. It's just, I don't know why.
Sometimes attitude and speed kind of helps you. I don't know, like it's easier to express that because we're so northern. I don't know.
What would you say is the most difficult song to play live then?
Probably depends on the instrument, but any takers? Nikki?
Oh.
Is there any songs that are just mental on drums?
Steve! I mean, it depends also where they are at in the set, of course. And it's, I mean, sometimes even Through the Looking Glass can be hell at the end of a set when you're so tired and you've been going a little bit too hard at it, and you have blisters in your hands. But so that's probably one of the, because it's usually last, it's one of the heavier songs to play, actually, to try to give it that last push over the edge at the end.
Mm.
For me, it's mostly parts of songs that are difficult. No exactly. One song. Yeah, you come up to a part and like, oh no. the bridge part in Conveyor, I will never learn it ever.
I was just about to say, like the solo from Beyond Good and Evil. That's the part that I usually mess up, and also Conveyor, like the whole song.
Yeah.
It's usually one of the first, or like second or third song in the set, and you're not properly like warmed up. I guess I don't know, but yeah, it's a really fun song to play, but it's hard. Yeah.
I would say that all the songs are difficult for you guys.
Thank you, Mika.
That's fair.
We can always count on you.
So,
also,
I don't know if you guys have noticed, like we have done some vlogging, and I'm not sure if it's clear, at least in one place, but Mika always rates us after each show, and we've come to really that's what we're like. We don't even try to be good for the audience. We just want Mika to, give us a high score. So we every time he comes backstage, and we're like kids at Christmas, like give it to me, And then it sometimes it matches, like we feels pretty good, and he's like, he's a solid 6, and he's like, okay, I guess we'll take it. But sometimes it's been like we're all like, come on, Mika, that's gonna be the best one, and he's just shaking his head.
I think 8.5 is the highest we've gotten.
Was it 8.5
in
in Helsinki last time? Or?
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess in that way it helps to have a very critical Finn on the team.
Yeah,
The goal to
Speaking
the
of Finns, I
next year
think
is gonna be
Tommy's
to get
cam's
to a
frozen
9.
again, by the way.
It's maybe something about those phone cams. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah.
Let me see if I have any more questions. I'm just going through the vetted questions. We've got loads, actually. Not very many are actually relevant to this section of the panel, but I'm just going to go from oldest to newest, so we can kind of go through while we got some time, I guess.
Yeah.
Bethlin, Dad Plays Games, asks, if there's a new album in the works. Obviously there is. Who doesn't know there's a new album in the works?
Yeah, you could say that that's a constant state too, in some way. So we are always in a place where even songs that we're making for one album maybe doesn't make it for that album, so they're already the start of the next one, and so yeah. But I guess we sort of took a time out and did a lot of Jets and Guns this time, and some other stuff. So it's been a longer delay than usual, but we kind of have.
And coronavirus as well doesn't help, I guess.
Yeah, corona, the kind of, it's not just that. It's kind of, I don't know, since it's been sort of a break, and I guess we kind of want to come back with something really, really massive. So we're taking some extra time, and corona kind of gave us the excuse to, like, okay, we'll hang back, we'll focus on some things. I mean, we're also looking at ways to improve our live show, and so I feel like I'm monopolizing the conversation here, guys.
Rainbow Demon says it best. You're never out of albums, you're between albums.
Yeah, exactly. It's like work.
But it's also, I mean, life happens. It's I don't know if it's because we've been doing it for 20 years, but inspiration and all that goes up and down. And I mean, we have released an album almost like clockwork every other year. And
sometimes it's good to take like a creative break, basically, and wait.
It wasn't meant to be a break or something like that, but it just, life happens.
Yeah, but I feel now
it's
that it's been good
that way than to squeeze them out, right? And, like, squeeze yourself of creativity.
I mean, right now it feels good that we actually had a little break, because we've been working, like this week we've been working on music, and I don't know, it feels good. It feels like it's been difficult sometimes, but it's not difficult now.
Yeah.
And it's really good to hear that you guys are like in the same places right now as well, like Jonna and Rob, and making music happen. That just makes me happy to see. I love how Gordon's just going through all funny pictures right now.
Yeah, it's too bad it gets delayed when I show a picture, but we're learning the whole streaming thing. This is I guess it's is it like we have done live streaming on Facebook before, but we've never done anything else like that's. So yeah, and
I was missing with my camera, but about the album, we don't. You can't forget that we also made 20+ songs to the Jets and Guns 2 soundtrack. So we've been doing a lot.
Yeah, that's true. But somehow that feels different. Like it doesn't feel like the same thing, I guess. But yeah, it's 20 songs and they're pretty cool, I think. So
Yeah.
even though the album isn't coming right now, Jets and Guns is coming in 2 weeks. So.
Yep.
I cannot fucking wait for that. That's going to be excellent.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Speaking
good.
of games, we got a question from Goten Zhao. I never know how to pronounce that. Any thoughts on getting music into VR rhythm games like Synth Riders, Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, or Audica?
Yeah, that's a funny question because it seems sometimes people think that it's up to us to let them. But, of course, they have a pretty strong curation and, for them to add us into it, I guess it kind of needs like, okay, so why should we add you? It's kind of, we have 12 people who wants to play it. No, hopefully it's more, but it's it is kind of like that. They're businesses, and it's not often they take just unsolicited entries. Like I think we have messaged someone in connection with connected with the Beat Saber, but they're like, eh. So one thing to do that, I think, is to like if you're a fan, you should tell them that you want that. Like if you can somehow tweet at them or whatever, like that's a good way to do it. Because if we
Start a petition.
like if they haven't heard of us and we ask like, hey, we should put some of our songs, they're gonna be really great for Beat Saber, and they'll be like, who the fuck are you? And
yeah,
no,
I mean,
we have actual
happened.
fans, and they'll be like, sure, but I haven't heard of you, and I only believe what I know. So it's how people work.
Yeah. And I mean, look at what happened with the Twitch streaming thing as well. Like that probably wouldn't have happened. Like I guess we gained a bunch of new fans as well from like getting the word out there. So I guess like if you guys want to advocate for the band, like that's how I've basically ended up where I am with helping manage the community, is because I just thought, well, I'm just gonna help out. I'm just I'm gonna do what I can. So if you guys want to help, just tweet at the developers of these games and see if it can be done.
Yeah, well, we did. At least we got the Rock Band network, like not the official Rock Band, but our music. We have, is it 6 songs? I don't even know if Rock Band is a thing still, but we got it in there at least.
Yeah.
This segues to another question I saw asked by One Not One. What are your favorite soundtracks from games in the last 5 years or so, not counting Jets and Guns 2?
Well, and we can't say Metroid Prime.
Ori and the Blind Forest had a wonderful soundtrack.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah, Doom has to go pretty high, obviously.
Yeah,
Doom Eternal was
absolutely.
fantastic.
Horizon Zero Dawn was good.
Yeah, and Last of Us 2 isn't half bad soundtrack either.
Although that's such a controversial thing to bring up right now, isn't it? Apparently, this Last of Us 2 thing.
I don't know. Can we? Maybe that should be a separate. Like we should have a stream about that only. Like what's controversy in games? Because I avoided the reviews. And you kind of like, okay, I'm just going to play it because I love the first one. And then you play it and you finish and it's like, I missed it. I must have missed the controversy. Like, what's the thing? So I don't know. It kind of depends on where you are, maybe.
That. Yeah. Maybe if you allow yourself to get into the controversy and you read about it, you're more likely to see it.
Well,
but maybe that's a panel for another time.
Can I ask what was the controversy?
Well, I think that's spoilery, right?
Okay, let's not do it.
Anyway, I just think it's delightfully complex, and some people will be like, I don't want complex. Stop it. I came here to, you know, shut my brain off. But then you shouldn't play Last of Us, I guess. But yeah, anyway.
So what else? Like top game soundtracks.
Yes, please.
So Doom Eternal definitely right up there. What else? What else are we thinking in the last 5 years? Was Stardew Valley in the last 5 years?
What?
Crickets.
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 Crickets had a very good soundtrack. That's the best game soundtrack ever. And your dog just went out.
There.
Yeah, there's a tiny dog.
Yeah, Gordon, what breed is that, by the way? Like, is it a pug or is it like a crossbreed?
It's French, but he left now, so he won't answer.
It says Swedish box.
Oh yeah, no, so I see.
I will show him when I get back.
He's gonna show you when he gets back. When he's trying to get the dog back now. He's running in the yard. Nuts, completely nuts.
Like I started looking at this list we made. Like what have we done? And of course it won't be complete because you know you miss kind of a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of stuff in there. I mean, from the games we know, like Jets and Guns, of course, was one thing, but then there was the remake of Guiana Sisters, or not remake, the new game with that old brand. And
that was a really fun project to do.
Yeah, and it's kind of mind blowing, even if it's like not the biggest thing in the world. It's like you make a cover of something that you think is incredible, and you know, 10 years later, people tell you that, hey, so we're gonna make a new one here, and your contribution to this like franchise is so important that we can't make it without you. And you're like, oh, what just happened?
That was a big compliment.
Yeah, it's like
The fact that you got to work with Chris Hulsbeck as well. Must have been like that must have been a dream.
Yeah, he's and Fabian Del Priore. Like sometimes from our end it was unclear of his involvement, but we've spoken since, and I know he made some of the songs too. So yeah, but it was a cool collaboration because then you're we can fanboy too. So you're on Skype with like a video game music legend, and you're like, hi, so sup, what up?
So getting to make basically metal covers of songs that hadn't been made yet was really cool.
Yeah,
making our own versions of them, and we got pretty much free hands to do. Well, we had to follow the song, of course, but interpret it our way.
Indeed. Like, did Gordon go out with a dog, or what happened?
I think Stimpy got lost and Gordon got lost.
Yeah, he's trying to... Well, now he's actually inside again.
Yeah.
But he was running around and he didn't want to get caught.
Okay.
Did we have an open door somewhere?
Doggo!
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okej, då kan du muta din mick.
Okay, so I will tell you what breed this is. This is a Belgian dog. It's a Petit Brabançon. It's a Griffon dog, and he looks really beautiful.
Beautiful.
Looking at you, man.
Okay.
So what else do we have on the list? I see you going down the list. What else has been on this path, Rob?
Do you see me go down the list?
2000.
I mean, what to talk about really? Like, so, we did the be our own band thing, and we got some help making releasing the first album, because we kind of when we released a bunch of songs on the web, for a while, we kind of felt that real bands make albums, right? So, well, it's funny though how we released music in the beginning has come back and kind of become the norm now with YouTube and stuff. But anyway, it's just
we did it before it was cool.
Yeah. We actually did it before before it got the good spread. Maybe if internet had been more developed then and more, I guess, more people using it, maybe we'd had even better spread. But the thing is, we hit some sort of golden, metric, I almost said, but we hit some sort of hotspot with the combination of metal and Sid. And so you got a really strong few people who spread it everywhere. So unlike the typical thing where you have, you play your local scene and maybe someone else has heard of it, we kind of became a small band everywhere at the same time. So people from all over the world, it was usually the same story. Like we are 4 people in, Wisconsin who like you or in, Panama or wherever. It's like very few people, but everywhere. And yeah, it's been a curse and a blessing kind of, but it's fun that there's always someone somewhere, wherever we go, there's going to be a few really hardcore people and, hopefully a lot of interested people, and of course,
very early in our history, some of those people, Germans, they wanted to upgrade our FTP site basically to something a little bit cooler, and they made us a website.
Yeah, it's like a Flash website with animations and sounds. And
shit advanced for the time.
I wonder if we could even find even an image of that. It would be cool to see, but I doubt it's possible now. Like the Wayback Machine doesn't store, Flash sites.
But it was pretty cool that they had heard us. We didn't even know, how is that possible? But the internet.
I remember that site very well. It was so far ahead of its time as well.
Yeah, and it ran really slowly. But it was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, I can't find any image of it. But yeah, it was, of course, it was a fixed size. And you scrolled and you could download the songs and all that stuff.
But that was also the beginning of everything that has sort of made us what we are with the internet and the forums and all that stuff.
Yeah, the forums was a cool thing. I mean, that was really active.
Interacting with bands all the time.
I don't know of any other band that grew that way with forums and online and everything. Apparently Arctic Monkeys did it, but as far as I'm concerned, you guys did it better. That's why I'm here and not with Arctic Monkeys. I think you did it first with the song downloads. Definitely did it first compared to Arctic Monkeys, because I remember reading at the time, as Arctic Monkeys got big, it's like, hey, look, this is how they got big, and then it's like they'd started their thing in 2002, 2003 or something, and then you guys are there, just like, hello, hi, what about us?
I saw a documentary about Linkin Park, and they said that they were one of the reasons they became the biggest band in the world was because they were very active on the internet and sort of got into China. And well, the Transformers had something to do with it, but they were also very active on the internet.
Active on the internet. Pro tips, kids. Be active on the internet. I did not need to be told that. No, but yeah,
it's the Skype call.
It was a different thing then.
Yeah,
I guess.
Check the chat. That's the old site.
Yeah, the picture from the old site.
All right, cool. I will.
Because that's why you have fans.
So yeah,
amazing.
This thing. And yeah, it made sounds, it and had some sort of moving background, I think, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Flash.
Yeah.
What a thing.
Probably doesn't exist in any it's kind of there's some of the people we used to talk to that we don't have any contact with them. I wonder what they do now.
In the forums. I wonder how many people from the forums that haven't even gotten into the Discord yet.
Yeah, we had some interesting people in the forums, like beyond just all the great people. We had Total Biscuit was there, like before he became a big YouTuber. He was lurking around the Machine Supremacy forum, and in some of his videos, there's even this like I was promoting them like hell even before they even got a record contract, So
what's really interesting is I met Tall Biscuit in I think 2011 or somewhere around there, and I brought you guys up, and he's like, "Oh my god, yes, I love them."
It happened sometime. Our Facebook page, I think it was, suddenly you get like 500 new people, and they just post TB sent me, So and at the time I was like, what does that mean? Tuberculosis, like who? But that we figured it out, because I guess we kind of missed the part where he became a big YouTuber at that point. I mean, we had noticed, but then okay, this guy from the forum. We had some promotion on the Pirate Bay too.
Yeah.
I mean, when we played Assembly the second time in 2011, that was funny because they recorded it all, and we didn't even have to pay for it. It was just like, would you like us to make a multi-camera kind of crane, kind of pyro, kind of concert recording? And we're like, yes, please.
Sure.
And then then we have it, and we're like, what do we do with this? And of course, you think about like when you think about real bands, like we should make a live DVD and sell it, But it's like, I don't know, man. Like that's not the way to get, like, even with our music, how do we get our music out? Like it was always the thing to get the music to reach people, and we just figured. So say we sell it, there's gonna be a couple of people are gonna buy it, we might make some money. But what if we release it on Pirate Bay? Like what if we just use that? And we did that. We figured let's see how many people get it if it's on Pirate Bay. And it was insane. I think even then the promotion, the link, I don't remember if the link went to our website, like because the promo bay, or if it went to our Facebook. And I think that was also one of those times we got an incredible amount of incredible boost on our social media.
Yeah.
Then of course we've ignored our social media for the last 8 years, so it hasn't happened much after. But it was just really cool. And but then we had a really good relationship with Spine Farm, but they were, I guess, more and more focused on bigger bands. But when we put that out, we didn't really tell them about it. We just kind of did it. So our label manager calls me and he says, so the live DVD on Pirate Bay. I was like, yes. What the fuck is this? And I explained it to him, and it was funny because he was kind of like, yeah, oh well, I guess we'll see. It's too bad we can't test it and see what happened if we had done something else. I don't know.
I remember when they put us on the front page, and we looked at the stats for the visitors on the website.
Pirate Bay,
yeah. It looked like a fucking Dirac Delta function just going straight up.
Yeah.
I also think that was at the same time one of the best shows we've done, and also one of the hardest shows we ever done. Having 2,000 computers between the PA and me.
Assembly, yeah.
You've done some pretty strange.
And you put the sound, the front of house, on the other side of the arena, almost like.
Yeah, and
Could you even hear anything, Mika?
Basically not. I was running past the computers and getting yelled at by the CS guys that their desks were bouncing so much that they couldn't play Counter-Strike. which was
Yeah.
well,
So
Like-
some people came up to the stage. I'm showing some photos from that gig now, but also some people. Yeah, here's one with Mika from Mika's perspective, and you see how far away. So there's a big screen where the people who were far away could see us, and then yeah, there's computers and there's people at the front.
It's such a weird crowd setup, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but it was obviously really cool still for us. I mean,
We had pyro.
yeah, here's
That
an
is
image of
fucking
Jonne
awesome.
with
yeah, we had Haven doing pyros.
yeah. Those that's I guess it's good to know or good to give credit that there wasn't Assembly who provided this. It was a friend of a friend, or a friend of several friends, I guess. But yeah, this is some cool photos from this show.
When this
Someone
when this gig
is playing Counter-Strike next to that, just like someone just set Flashbang off.
when this gig happened, we were doing. I was still in Kill the Romance, and we were warming up for Machine. And we had three. We had two gigs. Like we had one in. Was it in Kuopio or something like that? Then the guys went to do Assembly, and then we had gig in Turku.
Tampere and Turku.
And Tampere and Turku. Okay, I remember these guys coming Turku from Helsinki from Assembly and like showing pictures of big ass venue or big ass stage, and also the pyros. And I was so envious. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah.
And we
Too
were
bad that I missed that one.
and we were also late from Turku again because our bus broke down in Helsinki.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was,
But
it was
anyways.
old MASU-CON. I think that's been the only time it actually broke down.
Oh, it was a servo, right? The steering servo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it basically functioned, but you had to steer it like an old tractor. Like,
The power steering went. It was just a pool of red ooze under the van.
Yeah.
How is the tour bus doing these days anyway? I imagine it's been locked up for a while.
well, that one wasn't a bus; it was a van.
Yeah, it's not the same one.
And a minivan.
I guess the bus is that's a whole story by itself.
Yeah.
But long story short, we're gonna sell it.
Oh wow! Is there going to be a version 2, or well, technically version 3?
We bought a smaller, but still bigger than the small one we had. So we've sort of gotten something in between.
Okay.
So,
With new print on the side as well, I imagine.
we
'Cause
might
that was
actually not
just-
do that because someone told us, this is not very smart. Now people know that this is a high value target. It's like, okay,
I suppose so.
maybe. So we'll see. Depends on how vain we are.
No, it did have an impact when I first saw it in Manchester. I'm like, holy shit, this is great.
Yeah, a lot of people
It's
have
like a
taken their
driving
photo
app.
with that. I mean, that was because we kind of debated, like, do we spend 2,000 euros putting these decals on the bus? Yes, we do. It seems expensive, but yeah, of course, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we got 20 years. There's a lot of stuff we could mention, but I guess we have time to talk about more stuff.
We could mention the orchestra thing.
But we should also, play the video game Symphony.
Yeah. Still one of the coolest things I've done in my entire life. That was so big.
Yeah.
How did that actually happen then? Anyway, like, how did they approach you?
It was the same thing again. It was these Americans who had the play concept, traveling around and using the local orchestra, like in Prague and London and Stockholm and Oslo, but then they had someone to help them with local stuff.
There was
and
someone
then
in
simple
Germany, some
Yeah.
behind the scenes knowledgeable person who they asked.
So when they were coming up for Sweden, they somehow asked us if we wanted to come and join them.
Someone who mattered dropped our name for them, and they asked. And yeah, it was.
Still remember when we got that email, like, do you want to play a Final Fantasy song with the Royal Philharmonics in Stockholm? Like, yes.
Are you serious? See, I have some photos of that. Yeah, we had, so there was a 60-piece choir and like a 50-piece orchestra and us standing on the side. We weren't in every song. There were some of the songs, I guess 2 or 3.
Basically, the last one was the final number.
Yeah. And but you know, we were on the big screens too, so these are kind of zoomed in from the monitors that were above the stage. So
and that was Dancing Mad, I think.
Right, yeah, Dancing Mad was there, and One Winged Angel was in Norway.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a photo of Akira Yamaoka, who made the Silent Hill music. And I guess some sort of group image. So Arnie Roth, the older guy, he's the director, and he's, you know, he's legendary for other reasons. I mean, he's made a lot of the music for the Barbie movies. I just, you know, it's the important stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good time. I wonder if we even have some video. It's somewhere. The One Winged Angel cut is somewhere. I guess maybe we have it as a...
Yeah, from Oslo there is some video somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
But this one, like the first time you ever did that, it was a little bit easier in Norway. But this time, I don't think I've ever been as nervous for anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was... you know, and yeah, it's one of those. I remember saying after that, if I never do anything again, then it has all been worth it, you know. And that feeling goes away. You don't remember what it felt like, but you remember what you said, you know, like how that was what your takeaway was, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We're coming up on 9 o'clock Swedish time, and we should mention we learned a little while back that for the last year plus, a group of fans have been putting together a documentary. I guess it's sort of some sort of gift to us for the 20 years. So they made a documentary that I guess it's about the impact the band has had in their lives, if that's correct. Would you agree, Sean? So the thing is, we haven't seen this yet. So this,
that's the fun thing.
This is about to go live. There's a YouTube premiere.
5 minutes.
So we're gonna cut this stream. And you guys can jump into that premiere that we set up and continue there. And we'll be in the chat on Discord and on YouTube as well. And today is part 1, tomorrow is part 2. And what we're hoping is that part 3 will be made after this, the people who didn't have a chance to contribute to the first one. So anyway, we're stoked to see. Because yeah, we haven't seen it. We're seeing it for the first time together with you guys. So I'm excited.
Yeah, John Podolenko is right. You guys are going to cry because this is there's so much heart and soul poured into this, and a lot of people that you guys have touched. Like this is our gift back to you guys for the gift that you've given us. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
guys. We'll see you in the chat, and we'll do a Instagram live stream after the movie. So I'll see you guys on the chat and Instagram. All right, take care, guys.
Love you all.